welcome back to my channel. So I have a special guest today. This is Nita, say hi. Hi. So Nita is new to the YouTube world, but she has been on IG forever, and we actually met a few years ago and we decided to collab. So today we are gonna do a fun little hairstyle on her, and she always talks about how she has thinner hair, which she totally doesn't, but I think you're just not used to it. But she has really beautiful long hair, but we're gonna do like a nice full voluminous ponytail with no extensions. I feel like sometimes people have this misconception that you have to go all out and do all this crazy stuff with it. So we're gonna glamorize your ponytail. So I'm really excited about that. And on her channel, we do a makeup swap, which is super fun. Yes. We actually, this is the product of the makeup swap that we did. Today, so. Yes, and Anita. So go check that out. We will list all the products that we use for today's tutorial down below, and that's it. So let's get started. So for today's look, I'm just going to use a few products. One of the biggest things we're going to need is some sort of texture spray. So I'm gonna be using this from IGK, which is the Beach Club. Have you ever used this?
I have not.
It's good stuff. This, I feel like whenever you're talking about like...
Oh wait, I have.
One, yeah.
I have a travel size version.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's great because it gives you that nice grit to kind of help your hair just, you know, hold that volume and everything. And then we're gonna use a teasing comb. This one is from Milani. It's Leyla Milani. It's, I can't explain it, but it just works wonders. So it's a teasing comb that does what it needs to do.
I've never teased my hair before.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, I'm so excited. I love teasing. Teasing is like my jam. And then I'm using a strong finish firm hold hairspray, and this is by Bumble Bumble. Honestly, anything really works here for that, but just a good texture spray. I'm gonna go in. You gals know me and follow me on this channel a lot. I love my like drugstore tools. So this is the Conair Infinity. It's just a simple rod, but you can see how it goes from like thick to thin, because it's gonna give us some nice waves. I actually used it in my hair today, so it's gonna give you like more like S-curl waves, which we just want body. So any curling iron will do, but that's a good one. And then lastly, you want a brush that kind of has bristles like this, because you're gonna see at the end, this is how it's gonna make that really nice voluminous ponytail. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is, how do you like to wear your hair in the front?
I part it this way, like just
okay, so just the way it is. Okay,
yep.
So we're going to just kind of leave out whatever face framing hair you want. I'm just gonna section it into like the two fronts right there.
Okay.
And then in the back, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do two ponytails, and this is gonna give the illusion of a little bit more length. Even though she already has some really nice long hair, it's gonna give the look of just very full voluminous hair.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, and I am not one to be super exact in my hair stuff that I do.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't need to be intimidating, you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be super stressful, and I feel like sometimes people make it more stressful than it needs to be.
Yeah.
So just go with it, guys. Go with whatever you have.
Good advice, because I actually don't do things like this in my hair.
Because you're scared to, right?
Because I'm like, ah.
Yeah, and this is just a fun way to update like the ponytail in general, you know what I mean? So I'm going to just take in a little elastic like this. These are like from Goody at Target. And what I'm gonna do is first I'm going to do a ponytail up here. And you just wanna make that nice and secure, so you can see I have one ponytail right there. And then I'm going to just create the second ponytail. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather it all together with this top one. And the biggest thing you want to make sure that you're watching out for when you're doing this, and when you're doing it on yourself, you can kind of just look back a little bit, but you just want to make sure that you're covering the parting from the top ponytail to the bottom. And again, don't worry about it being too perfect, because we are gonna go in and we're gonna just make this like a nice, fun, messy look. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then I'm using these elastics, but they have the little bungee cords that work really well too. Have you ever tried those or seen them?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, they're great. But this works too. Okay, so you can see I just kind of gave it some nice height right there.
Do the clear ones or these black?
These are black, but we can do clear too.
Oh, that's great.
And then I'm just gonna take my fingers and I'm gonna start pulling out a little bit of hair to give it some nice texture and volume. I'm also like, you see, I have not used any product yet, but that's because your hair is not super clean, right? Like you haven't, we haven't.
3-day-old.
Yeah, which is great. I prefer that because it means less product that we're using in your hair. So I'm gonna take this curling iron now, and this is where I'm just gonna go in, and I'm going to lightly curl little parts, especially the front section. I like to frame away from, sorry, you guys can hear my kids too, because we're multitasking here. We have a little class going on as well. So I like to look at this curling iron. I love it. It's such, it gives you such pretty waves and so quickly, right? And I like to kind of go like halfway down the shaft and then also leave about 1.5 inches for a look like this. I don't want it to be anything too perfect. Again, literally, I like to do these videos almost in real time because it just means that it's that much more doable. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I feel like when they take like 30, 40 minutes, then it makes it a little bit less achievable.
Yep.
Or realistic.
But I feel like you've mastered doing things quick. I'm not gonna
I have, I know, that is true, I have. But it's something that I just feel like with practice then anybody can do it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I'm the queen of like slow tutorials, so it takes me forever. But I'm also a perfectionist, so like I like how you're just kind of like, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know?
I honestly, if there's the biggest, like if there's one rule that I live by, and I tell people this all the time, because they get so intimidated, even if it's makeup or hair, they're just like, no, it's not gonna come out right. I'm like, there is no right or wrong, you know? Like however we want to do our hair.
Right.
And the little messy parts of it is actually what I feel like makes it a little bit more, I don't know, unique, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna finish curling the back of this hair and then we're gonna come back to it. All right, so I just finished basically curling the section back here in the ponytail. And so this is now when we're going to want to really add that texture and grit to it. So as you can see, we have the elastic, so I'm just gonna take a little piece of the hair under here and I'm going to just wrap that around her ponytail to kind of get that nice smooth out look. You're gonna wanna use some bobby pins, obviously. And we're gonna pin that in place underneath. How's it feeling? Is it feeling good? Okay.
Feels like everything's in place?
Yeah, okay, good.
Nothing's too tight.
So you can see like this is the ponytail right now, right? And it's cute, but you just want more to it. So what we're gonna do first is, I took these hairs out in the front because I wanted to first like strategically place them. I don't want too much in the front and I don't want too little. But I'm just gonna take this and wrap this around again. So it kind of has like a really pretty undone look. And just secure that in place. And then we're gonna take the same thing on this side. So basically the hair that's on this side, you just wanna take however much you want out. I'm just gonna leave like a little bit of kind of things. And then even if you take stuff out and then you end up wanting to put stuff back, it's easy. But I'm just taking parts of this right here and then just putting it over the ponytail as well. And then we're gonna secure that in place. Now that I have that part done, I'm just taking some texture spray and I'm spraying that all throughout the ponytail. And this is when you're gonna start seeing it have like a lot of that extra volume and texture. Now I'm just gonna split the hair in two. You can take the comb, the teasing comb, and just right where the grooves are of your, like where the curl falls, that's where you can have that sit right there. Or you can take like this bristle brush, which is kind of what I really like if you really want the volume. Right where the curves are again, you're just gonna give that like a nice tease, a nice pull. Now, it does look like it's a little ratty, but that's why I'm doing it at the bottom of it. Because when you do it underneath, it kind of sets up the base for the top ponytail, okay? So there's that, and then we're gonna drop that on top. And you see it just gets really full. And we're gonna go over this part, same, but we're just gonna give it, we're gonna go a lot smoother with it. And I love the way this looks. And the whole point of this is to be very textured, you know? So a lot of times, sometimes I feel like sometimes when people see textured ponytails, they love the way they look on other people, but they're like, wait, it looks so messy. And it's like, no, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And here's one other trick I like to do. If your hair tends to be a little heavier, you could take a pin like this, a bobby pin, and you can just, basically I just had her turn around and you can see like all I did here to help kind of make that ponytail stick up just a little bit, I'm taking a bobby pin and right at the base of where your ponytail is, you can pull it up and turn it around and it kind of picks up your ponytail. Did you feel that? It just kind of lifted it a little bit. But there you go. This is like a textured ponytail. Turn to the side. Do you like it?
I love it.
It's so cute. It just made you look like you have so much more hair too.
I'm just gonna come here when I need to get my hair done.
Yes. And the best part about this is that this is fantastic for when you do have like those dirty hair days and you just want it to be like, you know, undone. But that didn't take that long at all, right?
It didn't. This is great.
Ooh. Do you like it?
I love it.
Yay! All right, you guys, so I will list all the products that we used for Nita's hair down below. And if you have any questions for me or for her, let us know in the comments below. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.